person here is saying that my former friend and I were never friends, right? We weren't friends, and she blocked me on multiple accounts, right? Now, as I stated, she would block and unblock me, 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 and her excuse was this was how she dealt with her autism and the stress of going to college and the stress of helping to take care of her little sisters and the stress of her family and the stress in her life. She had a lot of stress in her life, and the way that she would deal with that, and I'm not the only one she blocked. She would block a lot of people off and on for periods anywhere. Sometimes she would shut down her whole profile simply to just get away from social media to, decompress. So it wasn't uncommon for her to block me, okay? However, the last time she did that, I grew very concerned. Remind you, she did indeed tell me that she had autism. She did tell me that. I did not know, and I pointed out with the Lacey Fletcher case, I did not know if she was okay, especially when I had people threatening to murder me if I went down to Argentina to make sure she was okay. I didn't know what was going on with the girl. All I know is she just came up with some half-baked excuse out of nowhere after saying she wanted to see me. And then, boom, okay, she just stops talking to me out of nowhere. Usually when she would do that, she would unblock me eventually. Now, what you'll notice here, she would always try and make me think that things were my fault. I really think that she has narcissism, either along with high-functioning autism, which she claimed to have, although I think she was lying to me about that. I think she's just a liar. But I also think she has narcissistic personality disorder, because she would always shift the blame onto me for any problems we would have and things like that. So she says, James Clark, hello, James. I hope you are doing well. I am not mad or pissed, but I thought we both needed a break to think and to breathe. I'm doing well. I'm fine and doing as always. Send you a hug. When you are ready, we can be friends on Facebook again. And I said, Eliana, I probably shouldn't be friends with you on Facebook, to be honest. Personal issues. But I do really care about you a whole lot. As I said, she would block and unblock me, 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 block and unblock me. As I noted, she stated this was a way to deal with stress. She did have very real stress in her life. She was going to school originally for engineering, and then she was going to school for mathematics, and then she became a mathematics professor. Okay, and on top of that, she did some modeling, she taught tango, she did do a lot of things. She took her little sisters to dance, she spent a lot of time with her little sisters, she spent a lot of time with her mom. I remember once I sent her a thing about how spending time with people makes them live longer, and she was joking with me that her mom would be immortal because her mom and her spent so much time together. She would call her mom her best friend, okay? I know this because I was friends with her. I would talk to her. She was my friend, okay? As noted here, she was my friend. This is me alerting her. It says, alert the most beautiful human being you know. So I said, well, duh, LOL. She laughed and gave me a heart reaction, and I gave her a heart reaction. I made a video very similar to this before, but I want to reiterate this. She and I were indeed friends. What I'm saying is indeed true.